no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today, Freemers, we are back with another Free Realms video. This time around, we're going to be getting back into reading the Free Realms comics. We are on issue number 10, Sacrifice, otherwise known as the Den of Secrets. Now, the reason we're reading the Free Realms comics is because we hit 100 subscribers on the channel, and I said if we did hit 100 subscribers, I would actually read these comics in celebration of that. So thank you guys for hitting that sub button. I do appreciate it a ton. And we're just going to go ahead and dive right into this whole little thing. So let's go ahead and read the comics, man. We're going to dive into issue number 10, Sacrifice, otherwise known as the Den of Secrets. Let's begin. So, cover art. For some reason, I don't know why, I thought that because the Yetis are on the cover of this, and I might still be right about this. I thought the Yetis were supposed to be in number 11, which is like, it's a whole other thing. Maybe it's not in number 10 or number 11, but I don't know. So kind of weird, but anywho, let's dive into it. If we weren't in the middle of a scavenger hunt, I'd let Maya sit in that cage all day. I guess this picture will have to do. Are you crazy? Get me out of here. I just needed proof that I'm not the only one who screws up. Ouch. You have to be kidding me. Do you know how much that camera cost me? Serves you right. Besides, I bet you were going to try and sell that picture to one of those ridiculous gossip magazines, weren't you? I hadn't really thought about it. Right. Now, are you going to find a way to get me out of here? Not until you find out what's inside the box. You have to be kidding me. What were you saying about screwing up? God can help you get the pretty key. Thanks, but unless you sprout wings and fly, I don't think there's much that you can do. I can't fly, but Dane can. Whoa, what are you doing? Prepare for blast off. Hey, I got it. Wait a minute. What about the landing? I can't do much about that, but I might be able to get those rats with wings off your back. I don't know if they know if they're bats or not, but I love that they call them rats with wings. That's a funny little nod, but anyway, let's keep going here. Remind me to pack a hang glider next time. This might be a stupid question, but where were you planning on keeping it? Your back pocket? Maybe. Elvis is a genius when it comes to making gadgets like that. I bet he could do it. Hold on. Are you talking about the same Elvis who works on your racing cart, as in the guy with the weird sideburns? Yep. So you're telling me a guy with those sideburns could actually invent something that amazing? I don't think so. Why don't we just concentrate on getting out of here for now? I have a bad feeling about this. Click. What is it? The Chaos Amulet. What about the gemstones? It's missing 3 of them, just like Block Lowblog wrote in his journal. So something, I just want to point this out. Something that's interesting is, I don't know how Maya knows about this amulet. This is like such a random like little story drop, because Maya seems to know what this thing is. And then apparently Dane knows what it is too, because he says, what about the gemstones? Like, he knows. It's wild that they know like so much about this little necklace, and it's just thrown in there completely with no backstory whatsoever about what it is, just that it's in a box. They were given no context clues behind the necklace. And one thing I want to add is in Realm War, without spoiling anything, this necklace is going to play a role in the Realm War. Not going to say what, but I will say I will be giving more backstory on this specific thing, because it's such a huge... It's more important than the first 6 issues of the comics. Like, it's such a huge story piece, like it's a huge story plot, and I don't know, I feel like it's used sparingly here, but it leads up to, like, you know, they put this into the comics, it leads to such a bigger story. Like, there's stuff we don't even know. Like, it opens a lot of lore, you know, questions, you know? But anyway, let's keep going. Maybe this will help. Wait, Rumble. Maybe this one will help too. Creak! What the? Stop pulling those levers, Gorg. You're gonna kill me. Will you stop whining? He just saved your life. Easy for you to say. You can fly. Then you better tell Elvis to hurry up with your pocket-sized hang glider. Zoop! Oops. Rumble crash. And then we just cut to something completely different, which a little bit odd, but this story is going to be real interesting, and I'll go into it in a little bit here. Okay. According to the journal, the second Chaos Stone is hidden in a place called the Den of Secrets. It's supposed to be in those mountains beyond the village. Any good restaurants down there? I'm starving. Don't let the pretty colors fool you. Maryvale isn't paradise, no matter what you've heard. People go there, and they never leave. Why would they? If I lived there, every day would be a vacation. And not quite. For a city that isn't supposed to have any crime, they have more reports of missing persons than anywhere else in Sacred Grove. Something evil is going on down there, and I don't want anything to do with it. Now, what's odd is, like, I forgot to mention this, but the whole Den of Secrets title it's only brought up here, I think. But there's no, like, title card in this one. I think the title cards are, like, a staple point of the comics at this point, but it's whatever. I'm gonna move past it, but let's keep going. Look, if we don't eat soon, we aren't going to have enough energy to finish the scavenger hunt. I'm telling you, I have a bad feeling. I promise that I'll watch out for the boogeyman, okay? Now, let's go. Let's go. Something down there smells amazing. That's the point. They're trying to draw you in. You're just paranoid. Fine, don't listen to me, but no matter how cute and cuddly fairies look, they are creatures of magic, and that makes them dangerous. I'll take my chances. Now, I'm going to mention this now just before we get into it, but the fairies, like, some of them are trustworthy. But fairies in Maryvale apparently aren't to be trusted. Like, they are actually, like dark and devious, you know? I don't remember too much about. I do remember what happens in this story. I'm not going to spoil it because we're going to read ahead here, but I believe it's only one of the fairies that's corrupt, but I don't know. It's just like fairies really can't be trusted. There's a lot of no good going on here, but let's keep going. Hello, ladies. Don't push. There's plenty of Dane to go around. Hey, Maya, did you bring any of my glossy photos so I can sign autographs? Believe it or not, I left them back in Sanctuary. How about a pen? Earth to Dane, I am not your assistant. Welcome to our fair city, young travelers. I am none other than Rickfictus McFairy, Mayor of Maryvale, the merriest place in Free Realms. I hope you've brought an appetite for pleasure. I brought my appetite, that's for sure. Oh, brother. Please don't take this the wrong way, Mayor McFairy, because we appreciate the hospitality. It's just that we're in kind of a hurry, so we won't be able to stay long. But you just got here, my dainty flower. Surely you have time to join us for the nightly feast. I must insist that you join me as my personal guest. I don't know. We'd love to. Are you crazy? Lighten up. What could it hurt? The other teams have to eat too, right? That's the spirit. Hey, what's going on over there? That? Why, it's the celebration of a life spent in paradise, my friend. Well, I believe the word you were looking for was intoxicating. Why don't you run along and join them? I'll keep your friend Maya. But of course, it will be my honor to keep Maya company while you join in their dance. Really? Certainly. Thanks. He'll be fine, my dear. Now come along. I have something special I'd like to show you. Do you know the history of Maryvale? I've heard the rumors. Yes. Are you referring to the mysterious disappearances? Or is it the report that I am the head of an evil cult? Both, actually. Well, I certainly appreciate your honesty. That's a relief. Here I was worried I made a bad first impression. Not at all. Now, if you'll indulge me, long ago the people of the realms lived in relative peace under the leadership of a wise and powerful group called the Gleam Council. But there was an argument, and certain members of the council splintered off to form the Gloam Council. They felt it was important to keep us safe, so they created an artifact that gave them control over all magic. Yeah, I know. I read the story in 3rd grade like everyone else. Then you'll remember that a team of would-be heroes came together to destroy the artifact. When they did, a wave of uncontrollable magic rolled over the land. So, for those who don't know, if you didn't just catch everything I was reading there, so this is actually the prologue from Luck of the Draw. So, if you go back and read that, I pulled the prologue sort of from here. Kind of had a basis of where Luck of the Draw would start. And, yeah, so it's kind of important to keep that in mind that I did actually, I did fact check a lot of the lore. So, a lot of stuff I had to write on my own to make everything make sense, but I did fact check. I swear to God I did. So, there you have it. But yeah, let's keep going. You mean the unbinding? Precisely. We fairies were nearly wiped out, and yet we persevered and, in time, turned a wasteland into this paradise. I'm sorry, but what does that have to do with all the missing person reports? More than you know, my dear. In fact, in an act of good faith, I am willing to reveal the secret of Maryvale's enchantment. But first, I must know, can I trust you? Hey, knock it off. Pardon me, I didn't realize that you trapped yourself inside a toadstool ring on purpose. What are you talking about? You've never heard of a toadstool ring? Obviously not. Fairies used them to trap people in their wild dance for 7 years, sometimes longer. Are you kidding? Fairy rings are nothing to joke about. My cousin was caught in one for more than a month before someone pulled him out. Then the Den of Secrets. So I guess this is where the title card is, but it's a little in a weird spot. I don't know. But anywho. Would it surprise you to know that my son is among those who are missing? It's true, I'm afraid. In fact, this is one of the last places that my son Uriah was seen before he disappeared. What happened? Uriah would often come to these mountains and explore these caves, but one night he didn't come home. I'm so sorry. Thank you, my dear. I miss him a great deal. What is this place? It's beautiful. Oh, yes, the Den of Secrets is quite captivating. After the unbinding, we were lost in despair. Like animals, we burrowed underground, waiting in the darkness for a sign. Then it came. Early one morning, a stranger appeared. We offered him shelter, and in return for the kindness, he brought me to this cavern. It was the first time that I felt hope in longer than you could imagine. He knew things, strange things, and he taught me how to harness the power of these prisms. He said they would allow us to rebuild the world that was taken from us. But it would come at a price. You see, to save my people, I had to sacrifice my son. It wasn't an easy decision for a father to make. In fact, it still haunts me to this day. In the end, Uriah gave his life so the rest of us could live. What are you doing? Uriah was a hero, but the mana well is fading, and it must be replenished. Sleep now, my dear, and know that the fairies of Maryvale live because of your generous gift. And so, just to with Dane and Maya there, you can see, like, yeah, the fairies are not to be trusted for the most part. I don't know. I think it's a weird split. There are fairies that can be trusted, but then there's some that can't be. It's weird. But McFairy is one of them that can't be trusted. He's a villain. And I even thought about, like, bringing someone like that back into the fold in the lore. But I thought, like, the story's said and done. I don't need to retrace old ground. And that's what I didn't want to do in Realm War. I do sometimes retrace old ground, but not in, like, these big story moments. So, anyway, let's keep going. How long has your sister been missing? 2 days, maybe 3. I'm not sure. Things are crazy around here, and I get disoriented. I'm beginning to understand why. The fairies have the rest of my family in some kind of trance, but I know something is wrong. It's not like Luck and Wump to disappear like that. At first, they seemed so nice. The mayor even invited us to a special feast. We were his guests of honor and everything. I wasn't feeling very well, so I didn't eat much, but everyone else stuffed their faces. Then things got weird. Luggenwump started giggling and she couldn't stop. That's when the fairies invited her to be part of a stage show. There was a rainbow, but, well, my memory is really fuzzy. The last thing that I remember was the mayor asking one of the fairies to show Luggenwump a cave of pretty rocks. Then I passed out. It sounds like the food was spiked. Huh? You know, the fairies put some kind of enchantment on it so they could control you. And I bet Mayor McFairy did the same thing to Maya. I should have listened to her. Well, watch how we go. This. Have you seen Maya? Who? You know, the pixie who never smiles. Where is she? Don't worry about your friend. I'm sure she's fine. Come dance with us instead. I don't want to dance. I want to find Maya. But it's such a lovely day. We should be running and playing. Where is my sister? Oh, I didn't even see this part. Would you like to try some cotton candy? I didn't see that. Sorry. Blanked on it. I'm not going to ask you again. Now, that wasn't so hard. Was it? Deep inside the Den of Secrets. Oh, Uriah, what have I become? You're sure this is it? Yes, this is the Den of Secrets, I swear. If you're lying to me, we'll hunt you down. Do you believe him? Not especially, but we don't have much of a choice. Well, we can't just leave him here to warn the mayor that we're coming. How far do you think you could throw him? Please, wait, please, I won't tell anyone. Whoa! That'll work. Now, let's go rescue Maya and your sister. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the room with the shiny rocks. Luggenwump, where are you? I don't suppose any of these nasty little blighters are your sister? No. Good. Where is my sister? Yeah, what he said. Is it just me, or do you feel kind of tingly all over? All I feel are teeth biting my arm. It's more than that. Something weird is going on in here. If you can keep those things busy, I have an idea. And then there's the reward, Flute of Somber, which, you know, they're all the people going to sleep in that cave. Makes sense, the Den of Secrets. Very cool. Where are all those pretty ghosts coming from? I'm not sure you're going to like the answer. Why not? Because it means we might be too late. I think these are the souls of Mayor McFerry's victims. No! Come on, big guy. It's too early to give up hope. Kaboom! They're dead! How could you do this? Wait, they aren't dead. The souls are finding their bodies. Also, I just want to... Realistically, I know this is a comic book. Realistically, if their souls left their bodies, I don't know if they would just go back into their bodies and be alive again. I don't know if that's how that works. But because it's Free Realms, we'll let it slide, okay? We'll let it slide. Let's keep going. It's a miracle. Yes, it certainly is. Logging Wump, you're alive. Maya, are you okay? What happened? The good mayor here tried to steal your soul. But everything's gonna be all right now, I promise. Yeah, this dude's just trying to steal your soul, so, yeah, everything's okay. Don't worry, though. Everything's fine. Uriah! You're alive! I thought you were lost forever. I'm so... No, father. You sacrificed me to save yourself. Are you the one who freed me? I had a little help. How can I ever repay you? It wouldn't be right. Please, there must be something I can do. Well, if you insist. Look, I feel really bad even mentioning this with everything that's gone on, but, well, Maya and I are in the middle of the royal scavenger hunt. According to our map, there's supposed to be something called a Chaos Stone hidden somewhere in the Den of Secrets. Does it look something like this? To be continued. And that's where we're going to end the video. Bit of a long one because there's it was a lot of lore dump. It was a big lore dump. This is probably the biggest lore dump in the comics because you get backstory on everything. It's helpful. It's helpful, and obviously you get to learn more about the fairies and their intentions. So, yeah. But anywho, I'm gonna call the video here. But thank you guys for watching. If you did, as always, I appreciate it a ton, and I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, goodbye.